Good evening, everybody. Simon here, Explosive Action, back with another update. This time it's a VHS one, as I promised in my last video. I've got 6 new videos, well, not new, but they're new to me. 6 videos to show, not the ones you're seeing here. These are just some of my favorites from the shelf, particularly the Brain Dead in the center there, which compared to many others out there is pretty intact. You can see a crack and crack or two, but his nose is pretty good. And yeah, my Dawn of the Dead and original Evil Dead, which is in great nick. Fright Night 2 coffin over there, and my Gates of Hell VHS, which was one of the first tapes I ever bought as an ex-rental. But enough of that. 6 new videos to show you, none of which are horror actually. Let's go. First video to show is Hostage. This is a Wings Hauser film from 1987, and there's also starring Karen Black and Kevin McCarthy. On a Vestron VHS, very cool, original case. This film is basically a few years predating Executive Decision. That's sort of how I see this. If you got Executive Decision, replaced Kurt Russell with Wings Hauser, and grounded the plane in South Africa, you basically have Hostage. It's a very similar plot. Pretty good, only on VHS, not on DVD, which actually I should say is the running theme of this update. None of the films, to my knowledge, are on DVD. Yeah, so this was actually pretty good fun. Crack the tape, if I can. There we go, nice Vestron Hostage there, good condition. Quite a rare one. I haven't seen this guy around before, and it's polished up quite well, so that's Hostage. Second tape is Warrior Queen. This is a 80s again, a sword and sorcery film on Vestron VHS. Precisely, this one is from 1985 actually. 1985. It stars Sybil Danning and Donald Pleasance slumming it, and Richard Hill sort of reprising his Deathstalker role. Basically the same thing, but just not the same character, I don't think. I haven't actually watched this one yet. I've just seen the trailer. It looks like every other sword and sorcery film you have ever seen from the 80s, except with more boobs. And that is a wonderful thing. Set in Pompeii, as opposed to knights and dragons and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Warrior Queen, not on DVD. I haven't seen this one yet. Let me know if you have. Tape number 3 is Wheels of Terror on CIC video. I think we got the short straw with this cover, because the American VHS had a much cooler cover. Here's my bootleg DVD of it. I think that's much more impressive than what we got with the floating ghostly face for some apparent reason. Anyway, this is a very cool made-for-TV film. If you've seen Death Car on the Freeway, it's a pretty similar plot. A car that may or may not have a driver is basically, well, this is basically a slasher, but the killer is a car. And we get down to the final girl, as you do in all slashers, and she doesn't want to have a bar of it. And it's a big car chase and ramming of cars, and oh, that's right, she's in a bus. I forgot she's in a bus. That's what made this really interesting. It's actually a really cool film, and for a made-for-TV film, does some pretty full-on things. So yeah, I really recommend Wheels of Terror. The Australian tape's pretty hard to find. I think the American tape is quite hard to find. And again, as I've been saying, not on DVD. Really should be. Wheels of Terror, very cool. Tape number 4 is Trapped in Space. This was a pretty reasonable made for TV, made for the Sci-Fi Channel, actually, very early Sci-Fi Channel, I believe, 1993. I do believe it was made for them. It is not on DVD, of course, and it's actually based on a short story by Arthur C. Clarke, as it's written down there. And it's a plot we've seen in plenty of films. A crew on a spaceship. The ship is hit by a meteorite. All the oxygen in the ship is depleted. There's, I think, 7 people aboard, and enough oxygen left for 3. They're going to draw straws. People don't want them to draw straws. There's murder and mayhem and all that kind of thing. There's a pretty cool decompression death in this one, actually. I thought was pretty nifty. For an otherwise pretty standard made-for-TV science fiction film, but it's actually, it's pretty good. It's not mind-blowing, but it was certainly entertaining. Trapped in Space. Tape number 5 is the utterly fantastic Space Chase. This is a upgrade for me, actually. My previous one had a little bit of damage and a bit of a tear on the cover, but this one's minty fresh. Space Chase is the cheapest Star Wars ripoff you will ever see. It makes other Star Wars ripoffs like the humanoid look like Godfather. This thing is amazing. It was made on a budget of about 12 cents, and it's just laugh out loud funny. I have so much fun with this film. I think this is the only release worldwide. I've never seen anything else for it. Fortress Video, quite a rare tape. But well, look, here's a cast photo. Basically, you've got this guy on the right here. His name is Ryan Chase. That's right. The film's called Space Chase. It's named after him. Who's your Han Solo bounty hunter guy. You've got this bloke on the left, who is a chameleon, who's the Chewbacca. And then the rest of the girls in here are the Princess Leia and the Luke Skywalker combined. And there's a Father Obi-Wan Kenobi type figure in there as well. It's an amazing film. I loved that cover. Geez, it's cheap. I cannot get over how cheap this film is, but if you have a way of seeing it, and there are ways of seeing it, hint, just go looking, hint. Definitely look at the trailer. I uploaded the trailer from one of my previous accounts on YouTube many years ago. That will tell you everything you need to know about Space Chase. Loads of fun, quite a rare tape, not on DVD. Space Chase. And the final tape, certainly not the least, is Lion Man, a film I've been after for a very long time. This tape has seen better days, as you can tell. Lion Man, as soon as I got it, put it in, watched it, everything I wanted it to be. Film from Turkey. It's also known as Kilik Aslan. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong, but that's how it's spelled, Kilik Aslan. It stars a guy, and I'm going to get this wrong, Kunet or Sunet Arkin, but he's named here as Steve Arkin, just to make it easier for me, which is very cool. That is him on the cover, that amazing cover, with that amazing, amazing hand, blood dripping off it, just utterly amazing. Basically, the idea is we're back in what are we, sort of like early hundreds AD, somewhere around there, and Steve's character here, the Lion Man, he is a son of a deposed king that's been overthrown by the opposing forces have taken the castle. The mother gives birth to him. Just before she dies, the high priest or whatever he was puts the baby in the forest to fend for himself, because that's going to work out well. And well, wouldn't you know it, he's just lucky that he's picked up by a pride of lions, and he grows up with the pride of lions, with no language, but forcefully aware of his nature. And when he gets found many years later as a late 20s male, he is still without language and don't understand people, and well, he understands violence, that's for sure. So when people that he soon learns are his friends get threatened, he attacks them with wild fury, and it is amazing. It is one of the bloodiest. I can't even say sword and sorcery, but it's that kind of film. Sword and sandals. It's hilarious, completely over the top. And there's a part of the film when, I don't want to give it away too much, but he ends up wearing these metal gloves with claws because he's a lion, and the damage he inflicted before is nothing compared to what he does when he's wearing the gloves. And it's amazing. Utterly amazing. The funny thing about this tape, now, it's Australian tape, it's got the stickers and things, says Lion Man 2. It is not. It's not Lion Man 2. It is just Lion Man. Lion Man 2 is called The Witch Queen. I've got that elsewhere. The tape says Lion Man 2. It is not. It is Lion Man 1. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but if you look online, covers for this film do not have this logo. They have another logo. And if you look at the back here, you can see underneath the K, there's some black calligraphy. That is the other logo. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't want to jump and say bootleg. I think it's a cheap reissue, but they've just slapped, another company slapped their logo on the spine and the rear, called it a day, and for some reason stuck a 2 on it, which is just wrong. Anyway, immaterial, Lion Man. What a fantastic film. If you see one film from this update, you're going to watch Lion Man. Then you're going to watch Space Chase, but you're going to watch Lion Man first. Fantastic. Anyway, that's this VHS update. 6 films. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you all next time.